So, Joy, when it comes to like relationships, right? What are some of the biggest mistakes people make when pursuing new relationships?
Well, pretending to be someone that you're not, right? Pretending that you got what you don't have.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes. We're either pretending to be someone we think that you want us to be, or we're trying to reflect back whatever you are, right? We're trying to take on your stuff.
So that's not even a dating relationship. That's in relationships, period.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when you're not, confident, you're not feeling secure about whatever assets you have, or maybe you don't even know. Maybe that's the other piece of it. Maybe no one has ever affirmed you or validated you. So you think that there's a nothingness and you have to take on everybody else's something. That's going to be an issue for you.
Joy, you talk good. Joy, you talking good. The reason why I am doing this show is because I wasn't confident in who I was. And because I wasn't confident in who I was, I racked up $35,000 in debt to impress her and to impress him and to fit into culture.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I grew up in a very strong Christian faith home. Couldn't go to dances, didn't kiss no woman, couldn't go to hugs. I had to wear church shoes to school every single day. You know what I'm saying? I had to wear the slacks with the polo shirt. Like I was Carlton from Will Smith going to school. Like real talk.
Prove it. Do the dance.
No, I can't do the dance. But I mean, when it was cold, I had to wear a sweater. And then when it got hot during the day, I put the sweater around my neck or around my waist. You know what I'm saying? Because my father was like, yo, you're going to be this man of God everywhere. And you can't go to the school dances because you don't want that spirit coming around me and your mom into the house. Couldn't even listen to hip hop music. The closest I could listen to was Kirk Franklin, GP, Are You With Me? You know what I'm saying? Mary, Mary, you know. That's all. But back then, man, I had to sneak to listen to some Beyonce or to like Blackstreet or the DMX. And so I say all to say, like, I graduated, and when I hit the real world, Christianity wasn't accepted. You know, being this young black polished man who loved the Lord, the church boy, in the real world, was nobody accepting that. You know, it wasn't cool. You know, it was, you come out here, you need to put some Jordans on. The first young lady I tried to talk to, she said, you are broke and you look broke and you can't holler at me. Because I had on Levi jeans with some church shoes and I never forget, a basic polo shirt. And I had Timberlands back then, not Timberlands. Timberlands from Payless. And this generation don't even know about Payless. You know what I'm saying?
I still said Payless clothes, but yes, I do.
But no, Payless for the ladies was cool. Because y'all can get some heels and rock them.
Yes.
But men, Timberlands or Fibberlands? Which one was it? You know what I'm saying? And so when I walked into, I was insecure with who I was. Because I felt as if, if I want to be accepted, I need to go buy some real Timberlands. I need to go buy some real Jordans. And if I'm going to be real on this show, because it's my show, if I want to have sex, I need to look a certain way. I don't have to be that way for real, but I need to look like I am that way.
But how long can you keep that up?
Yo, I couldn't keep it up.
Exactly. Yeah.
I couldn't keep it up. Because, I mean, I kept getting the credit cards, swiping the credit cards, but I didn't have the money to pay back the credit cards. And so when I lost my job because I did something stupid in school, I lost my income. When I lost the income, I lost everything.
Yeah.
You know, I went to this one particular company. I don't want to say the name. I went to this one particular company, Joy, to get some furniture, just some leather. Leather. Who? Do you have leather furniture at your house right now?
I don't think I do.
Yeah, it's the most uncomfortable furniture. Because when it's hot, you laying on it, you sweating.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But it looks good. So, you know, back then when you can get the floor TV where it's on the floor and it's all built, like I got 2 of those. One for the living room, one for the bedroom. You know? So that way when she came over to the house, we could start over there and you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But I did all that because I didn't know who I was at my core.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just with the ladies. I'll never forget jobs telling me, well, you should look like this. You should dress like this. I had earrings in my ear. And they said, well, if you want this job, if you want to be accepted, son, you need to get your earrings out. You know, I had the S curl with I was trying to grow out dreads like my producer one. And the guy looked at me, I went for an interview. He said, if you want to get a job, son, you need to cut your hair because you won't be accepted.
Yeah.
And if you want to be accepted. And I started learning that people were telling me how I should think, how I should talk, how I should write, how I should do things. And I changed.
And that change is not sustainable. And that thing about being accepted, especially in our community, it's a lot for us, right?
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to lose my black card if I'm not doing enough of this, right? But I want to be able to keep my job and I want to be able to do all the things. There's so much in terms of acceptance. And you were mentioning, you know, you were this boy, this man who loved the Lord, which is fine, right? And that brings me to this other point around us thinking also that we have to have the type of relationships that we saw everyone else have, that we saw our family have. How about I can be my kind of Christian? How about I can have my kind of relationship? I don't have to have the thing that you and daddy had or you and uncle had or whatever.
Joy!
So, yes, sir.
But how do you, okay, as a therapist, talk to me. If that's all that I've seen,
Yes.
how do I now communicate that to me to where I can receive it, right? And then be comfortable that my mom and dad may not like that version of me.
Yes.
They may not like the way that I view Christianity. Like, you know, what's a good example? I put myself out there. I don't know if I have anything. My parents are real cool. I'm serious. Like my parents, they accept me now for who I am and who I'm becoming. But I don't know. I mean, but how do you tell? Like how do you do that? You know, how do you become comfortable in who you are and not really worried about what they say about you?
I don't know that you'll never be worried, but
That's good.
as a therapist, I'm working with my clients around reality.
Okay.
And what we come to is the price is too high. The price is too high to try to please all these people over here if it means abandoning myself. It's too much. So is your mother going to be a little bit salty when you come home with this person or the way that you're showing up as a Christian or where you're going to church? It's possible, right? But if I do not align with my actual values and my authenticity, there is no joy. There's only a shell of a person. And so I'm going to walk around as a shell so that you can be happy. You have other sources of joy. You have other sources of happiness, right? So I have to have mine as well. I'm not trying to neglect you, but I have to have me. So,
Joy, you better get me in trouble because I'm about to ask you a question.
Is it you or me about to be in trouble?
Nah, you ain't gonna get no trouble.
Okay.
I mean, it's my show. Right? What they gonna do? Unsubscribe? But I think we're talking about therapy. So, how do I say this the right way? One of my good friends is gay. And he married a woman because he was told, you can't do that. You can't be gay. And he put himself in a shell.
Yes.
And he took a woman through this process because he was put in a shell. To only realize 2 years later that he could not sustain that life. And he got a divorce, married a man. And my brother was so scared to tell me, this is one of my good friends, to tell me that he was gay. And I was hurt. I'm not. I love ladies. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. I don't, that's not my thing. I don't believe in that for me.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do you tell that person right now that's living in a shell because they are fearful of what their friends may say, their family may, and I was hurt that my brother didn't want to tell me about his life. I'm like, yo, bro, who am I? I am Anthony O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not God. This has nothing to do with you, my brother. And when I saw his relief when he told me that, and I loved him, and I embraced him, and I accepted his husband, and I was like, yo, cool. Like, bro, God bless you. You know, go do y'all thing. I'm going to do my thing over here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm having me a wife. You know what I'm saying? That's me, you know?
Yes.
But I still love you.
Yes.
Like, what can we do to help people stop? Because I know those last 2 years had to be hard on him.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the reality is it is hard to just put yourself out there because people have been told that I'm so ashamed of you and absolutely you're going to hell and all the things. And I have clients who have told me, oh, well, so-and-so used to be gay, but he's not anymore. And it comes back up because, God loves you as he created you, and there's no thing where he's going to say, well, let me just turn that thing off. That's not what happens. Unfortunately, for some people, for how they feel, that's not what happens. But what I will say is, again, if you continue to live in this space where you keep suppressing, it's going to come out in all other ways. You might be someone who is then abusive towards your partner because you resent them for even existing, right? If you are going to come out, so to speak, we used to have, I would say, for, what was this? In the 90s, we were talking about coming out.
Yep.
It was almost like, oh, you didn't come out yet? Like, you a punk? How come you didn't come out the closet yet? Just tell everybody, be proud. So the community is like, you have to be proud. We have kind of switched that around to be a little bit more compassionate. So we have something called inviting people in. So Anthony, you were invited in, right? So if you are somebody who feels like you're not going to be accepted by everybody, you want to think about, who do I trust? Who are the people that I feel like no matter what, they would love me? I trust that they're not going to tell everyone. I trust that they're going to see me still as the human being that I am. And you invite those people in. It is not your responsibility to be the representative for everyone who's gay to tell everybody that you're gay. It's your life. The way that you do your relationships is your business. Now, if for you it feels good to be validated and be proud and tell everybody, do that. But be careful with that. I will work through that again with your therapist. We work through scenarios.
That's so
what
good.
would that look like? You know what I mean? So invite people in. You don't have to come out.
I talked to my therapist about that too, because I have a lot of people who are in my tribe who are in the LGBT community. And they said sometimes I offend them. Probably just because of my Christianity beliefs, right?
Okay.
And I was like, well, I don't want to do that. And so I really had to go down and just talk about, like, how do I do that? Like, how do I show love? How do I let them know you're accepted? And I still want to help you along this money journey. I still want to help you maximize your single season. I still want to serve you. Your personal life has nothing to do with me, and I don't judge that. And so, listen, if you're watching this show, I got to say this again. If that's you and you're like, yo, I'm in this shell, I'm in this box because I'm scared, I'm fearful, you need to get on BetterHelp right now. And you need to go see a therapist. And you need to talk through, dig deep. Why, what, and how do you free yourself? And I think that's the most important part, is when you're free, you operate better, you move better, you even move wiser. And you just experience, so now watch this, you come back and you have ownership over your life, and you're no longer allowing culture, you're no longer allowing people, you're no longer allowing friends and family to own your mind. You're giving them permission to own you rather than you own yourself. And you need to see therapy, because I'm telling you right now, that's not healthy.